What should students expect while doing the Veterinary Assistant Program at ABC?
Well, they have to have a lot of dedication. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of at-home study. So you really have to make sure you maintain your motivation and why you did it, because you have to set aside a certain amount of time each night to dedicate towards your studies. And it's going to be challenging. You know, we talk to students all the time that feel that they can't do it, that they feel like they're going to lose it. And we talk to them on the phone, steer them in the right direction, and they find that they can accomplish their goal. They also have to do the externships. So it's a lot of work, it's a lot of dedication, and it's a really big learning curve. So just be ready for it, but if you have the dedication, you can do it.
Yes, dedication is good, and also that drive. You need to have that drive. One of the things we hear from our students all the time is that they love animals. That's a wonderful start, but you need to have the dedication and the drive to be able to finish the program and to realize that what you're doing is not only for yourself because of your love of the animals, but you're doing it for the animals to make their lives better. And if you keep that type of idea in mind, that'll help you get through the program and help make you a better person and help make their lives better.
I like to point out to students and those that I worked with when I was training that you're the number one advocate for those patients. The owners might not necessarily know. It could be their first pet. It could be the dog that lives in the backyard. You're the one that's speaking for them. You're the one that's telling them, the owner, what's wrong with the patient, what they need, what's best for them. So it's a huge responsibility.
How can the Veterinary Assistance Program benefit prospective students?
The Veterinary Assisting Program, again, is the tip of the iceberg. It's really dipping your feet into a ginormous ocean of information, but it's a great way to build the foundation of your education because you can only build upon it. It's going to give you the necessary tools you need, not only for when you apply to a hospital, but when you work in the hospital. You're going to know what's going on around you. You don't feel so much like you're floundering. When I started, when I was so much younger, I remember just standing in a hospital and being so overwhelmed and watching these technicians do this job and thinking, I could never do that. It's impossible. So really doing a program like this, if I had had this option when I first started, I would have done a program like this. I would have felt a lot more secure in knowing what was going on around me, and a lot more familiar with what was going on around me. And the nice thing too also is that if you do want to go further in your education, you're going to have a little bit of a step up when it comes time for tech school. You're going to have a little bit better idea of what the teacher is talking about. So really it's a great stepping stone to do a program such as this.
Mm-hmm. I've had students that have gone through the program, the Veterinary Assistant Program, and they got that good baseline and they continued on to a Veterinary Technician program. And when they, behind the scenes of a hospital, is very different from what I think a lot of people think. It's very busy. There's a lot of things going on. There's animals to be taken care of. And as long as you have that basis, and that, like with our externship program, you can see what goes on behind the scenes. You can see what goes on. You can learn from that. And a lot of students, they shine, they do well, and they either continue on with their education and continue to go on with volunteering and things. Like I said, for the basis of helping the animal, and like Jennifer says, to be the voice for that animal.
Also, I've noticed that we've had a few students that want to go become the veterinarian or an RVT, and they're just not sure if it's the thing for them. So they'll do our course, find out, yes, this is it, I want to do this, or wow, this is a lot of work, I think I'm happy being a veterinary assistant versus being the veterinarian, the one that's doing the diagnosis and the big scary surgeries. So it's really a good way to find out your niche if you want to work in the veterinary world.
What about Animal Behavior College's program sets it apart from the rest?
I have to say I've talked to a few students, and a lot of the programs that they've looked into didn't necessarily have the benefits that we have. Not only do we have a really packed full amount of information in our curriculum, we have the online training videos, but you also have a registered veterinary technician specifically assigned to you to assist you. And we can go further than the curriculum. We can just go over the curriculum basics, and we can give you real life experiences so that you can link the information, the concepts that we're supplying up to actual occurrences that have happened in veterinary medicine. And I like to think that we make it a little bit of fun to learn.
We do try. And having us as your program manager, like Jennifer said, if you something doesn't make sense, or it's very medical. It is a veterinary assistant program. It is very medical. There are things that can be confusing. We can help guide you through that confusing part to help it make more sense, rather than you just trying to struggle and try to understand it on your own.
How will this course prepare you for being in a veterinary hospital?
Oh my goodness. You may work in a veterinary facility and know the how, but you will never know the why. You don't know why we run blood work on certain patients. You won't understand the benefits of giving plasma over blood. You won't understand what the veterinarian's talking about with pancreatitis. You won't understand what hepatic lipidosis is when we're talking to a cat about a cat being sick. You wouldn't understand the basics of veterinary medicine. It would inhibit your growth. You wouldn't go anywhere.
Yes, a lot of times things happen in a veterinary practice, and it is important that you understand the reasons why the veterinarian does things and why the veterinarian tech does things is for the benefit and the welfare and the health of the patient. And if you have that basis, you will understand how important it is that this cat gets this certain food, or this dog gets this amount of water, or anything, even just the basic things, importance of the urination and defecation, that type of thing. You will understand why. And I feel that as long as you understand why, knowledge is always a good thing. There's no such thing as not enough knowledge. And if you have that knowledge under your belt and things, you can always grow from it, you can learn more from it, and that will help you succeed, and that will help you grow in your chosen profession.
If there's any one reason you should get certified, what would it be?
Keep going. It sounds hard, it looks scary. You're going to feel like you're going to fall, you're going to trip, you're going to make mistakes. You push through it, you keep trying, and every day is a new day. And you make sure to learn. If you mess up, it's a learning experience. You just got to take your hits and keep on going, because in the end, it's going to be worth it.
Yes. Keep their eye on the prize. Keep your eye on the goal. Think about what it is that you are trying to accomplish, that you're trying to, the prize. The prize is the welfare of the patient and the difference that you're making in that animal's life.